fucking Discord. Or I'm gonna say
Fucking
Discord.
Zencaster. Shit. Montrell, how are you doing this week?
I was okay. I'm actually all right. I'm just I don't know, tired.
Tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Life. I was like that a couple weeks ago, dude. I don't know. I was in a malaise for like most of August. I feel like, and I'm out of it now. But I just wasn't feeling anything. I wasn't really feeling work. I was playing a lot of Xenoblade, I guess, but yeah, just like I wasn't like my head wasn't right for my job.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Actually, August went by super fast. I didn't even realize it was September until today.
Yes, it did, dude. It's already been over a month since I went on vacation. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like that's crazy.
Yeah, this month went by incredibly fast.
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago I got COVID. Like 3.5, I think. Actually, it's been a while, dude. So yeah, it's been a quick month, a very quick month. But well, here we are. Hi, everybody. This is the Player's Take, episode 185. I'm your host, Justin DeSimone, joined by my co-host, as you just heard. His name is Montrell Rice. Montrell, I wanted to talk before we get into like the show proper. I'm sure you've been seeing this. There's a lot of rumors swirling right now about some game showcases that may be coming our way in the next couple weeks. Particularly Nintendo Direct and PlayStation Showcase. I've seen like multiple things about this recently, like in the last couple days. So I just wanted to kind of posit the question, like, do you think we're going to get one of these or both of them, and do you think we need them right now? Like, are we kind of light on the announcements front?
Actually, I think we need them. I think this year's been very bland. The only exciting news showcase that happened was maybe that Sony showcase that happened, or not showcase, but state of play.
State of play.
I think that was one good one they showed.
Poor
and
Microsoft.
Then sorry, Microsoft. It was just Microsoft just doesn't know how to. They showed a lot of announcements, but like the games that people really want from Microsoft, they are not doing. And Nintendo dropped some heat in the middle of the summertime, so that was pretty cool. A lot of games that were coming out this year, actually. We're about to play one of them. So,
do you think we're actually going to get them?
I hope so.
Like a showcase.
I think the industry desperately needs one. If anything, the NPD numbers are definitely showing that. That sales are like down across the board and everything. Yeah. So,
well, I think from Sony in particular, I think we kind of need one. I'm going to start paying attention to this because if we do get one in the next week, it kind of makes me wonder: are they timing it so it's after? They don't want to do it before a major game release, and I think they consider The Last of Us Part 1 remake major game release. So they want to position it after the game comes out, like a week or so after it comes out, so that game has enough time to breathe and get people, in the door and buying it. So I'm going to start paying attention to that, I think, with these showcases. But for Sony, I think we need it though, like right now, because this has been a pretty good year for Sony overall, I think, for their like first party releases, but they really need we don't know what's coming next year really at all, besides like Spider-Man 2, we have no idea what most of their studios are working on at this point. Because Ragnarok's the next thing we're getting, and that's all we know, for the next potential calendar year, so they assuredly have to have something for the spring, I would think, right? They're not going to go through a major half of the year without a first party release. That, like, Sony doesn't really do that anymore, so I'm kind of expecting something soon. And it would honestly, it would make sense to do it now, right after The Last of Us comes out. You don't want to do it in October or November for sure. You don't want to take any kind of shine away from God of War, I don't think you really want to wait till November. I guess you could do it at the VGA. You could do some stuff at the VGAs, I guess. But
Hmm.
I don't think that's enough of a platform for Sony to do what I think they need to do, which is show a lot of shit, you know. Um, so I do think we need one from them. Do I think we're gonna get one? I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. These rumors are always like flight of fancy, you know, like they're never definitive with these showcases. Nintendo, on the other hand, I think interestingly, yeah, Nintendo's in a similar spot um, to Sony right now. I feel like we don't know a lot of what they're going to be doing in the next like year, you know.
Hmm.
Also, we're so deep into the Switch's lifespan at this point, you know, 5.5 years. I mean, are we gonna get an inkling of a new device? You know, it's like how much longer are they gonna continue to ride this? You know, so
I think they're gonna ride it until the end. Well, Japan just like opened up. So I'm. This is like a really, really, really far fetched idea. So Japan just opened up, or theory rather, and I want to say like a lot of the game companies were waiting for stuff to happen. We have an article about Sony later on today that I think
mhm.
kind of ties into it. Uh, and I think Nintendo and like other game companies are waiting to see what was happening because I mean, whether we like it or not, Japan is one of the three major hubs of gaming. Like you got Japan, EU, and America.
Yeah.
And I'm not shitting on everybody else in the world. I just know those are like the major hubs of gaming. I know people game in Brazil, and I know people game in South Africa and everything like that. Um,
But in
uh,
terms of market share, it's yeah,
yeah,
it's yeah, EU, you know, EU,
yeah,
UK, US, and Japan for sure, absolutely.
exactly. So I think like they're waiting for like the market to kind of stabilize to announce their new chip or their new device. And on top of that, with the war in Ukraine and Russia and everything like that, we have to see where chips and fucking China as well, like they're getting their hands in a lot of stuff as well as far as like chip production and semiconductors. Like we have to wait and see what's going on. And I think that's what they're doing. They're waiting to see what happens with the world economy before they announce a new device because they could be in the same predicament as Sony. I don't think Microsoft's in that predicament anymore. Like, no offense, Microsoft, but people are not really buying Series X's at the rate of a PS5.
Hmm.
They're buying it because they don't have a PS5. So
Right.
yeah, so I think it would be the same thing for the Switch. I mean, it would be a good thing from a company standpoint, like, oh, we sold out 1,000 Switch twos or whatever the fuck they want to call it, But at the end, but then you're not meeting demand, and people will get mad at you because you're having these games come out and they're not coming out on your old platform; they're coming out on your new platform. So I think it's just
Yeah.
like a waiting game right now.
Oh, it's just frustrating though, because I think Nintendo we need a new device from them, dude. Like it's just starting to
Yeah,
feel like the end of the PS4 generation with Switch, you know, where it's like, man, this thing is just fucking old and does not run games very well anymore. Playing Xenoblade and
I was
then
yeah.
thinking about
Xenoblade, there's definitely one. I'm playing Xenoblade 2 right now, and that's a 4-year-old
mhm,
game, and that game is like slogging sometime. It's really
dude, yeah.
bad.
No, it's not great on 3 either. It's not as bad as the first two, I feel like, but it's still not great. And I think they've had to make some concessions though, and to like make it run better. And it kind of make annoys me that Monolith Soft continues to be held back by that. But then I think about like Rise, you know, that game, like God, man, dude, that game is like so fucking frustrating because it's such a Switch game, and I really wish it wasn't. You know,
Hmm.
it's just there's so much in that game is held back by the fact that it was built for the Switch. You know, first. So I'm ready for a new device from Nintendo personally. Um, you know, but you're right. I don't feel like there's anything imminent though. Like I think this time next year we might be talking about the next device. Maybe. You know.
Yeah, we talk about the device in
Yeah.
2024.
That's kind of where I think we might be at with Nintendo right now. And which would put them like if they release it a year and a half from now, that puts them at a 7-year cycle for Switch, which is actually kind of fucking bonkers for a Nintendo device. They haven't done that since fuck, dude. Have they ever had a 7-year cycle for a console? I don't even think so. Maybe NES? Like maybe NES. I think NES maybe, yeah. Yeah, I think that might be the only one. Um but yeah, Super NES was only out for 5 years, I think, before N64 came out, and then that was 5 years to the GameCube, and then that was 5 years to the Wii, and then that was 6 years to the Wii U, which was then 5 years to the Switch. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think they've ever had a cycle that long, which is interesting. So I guess it goes to show you how successful they've been with the Switch, though, because I think they could do that realistically, probably and get away with it. I don't think it would really hurt them much. So
Yeah.
because the Switch is still sounding like fucking crazy, dude. Like, forget about PS5. Like, it's the Switch that's like topping hardware charts every month, you know. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, interesting. But I hope we do get some announcements. I'm kind of looking for something, man, right now, because I am not juiced by the game industry at this moment. You know, at this particular time. I'm like playing Xenoblade, and I'm thinking about what I'm gonna play next, and I'm like thinking about going and playing old shit, you know, like old games, the old Xenoblade games. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm kind of in a weird spot right now. I kind of want to play The Last of Us, but again, that's an old game. It's being remade to be modern, but it's like, still an old game. So kind of in a weird spot with gaming right now. But all right, Montrell, let's get into the show proper. For those of you who haven't listened before, this is our weekly show where we talk about video games, video game news, and other topics pertaining to video games. We post at 6 a.m. Central Time on Fridays on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and your favorite podcast app of choice. And if you'd like to send us a question, you can do so on Twitter at The Players Take, or you can send us an email to theplayerstake01@gmail.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with what we've been playing. Montrell, you want to go first this week, or would you like me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, I'm gonna start with I guess I'll start with Legends of Runeterra a little bit. So I'm still playing this fairly regularly. I did hit a little bit of a wall earlier this week. It was funny. I had kind of ran out of things to do. Like I've like plumed the existing content in the single player Path of Champions mode. Like to the end almost of like what's available. The funny part was I was like really discouraged on Monday, and then yesterday they fucking drop a new expansion with a whole bunch of new content and shit in it. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm back in. So yeah, I'm still playing that, still enjoying it. It's good for sure. And then Xenoblade. So I've been in a weird place with Xenoblade Chronicles 3 the last week. We got a really severe Apex kick the last 7 days, and we'll get into that in a second. But I have played Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I have not played it a lot. I kind of started to push through the story, though. I got really sick of doing side quests because, dude, I started doing them. I didn't feel like I had that many. I was playing the other night while you guys were playing Apex, and I was like, man, okay, I actually don't have that much to do in my quest log. So I started running around doing quests, and dude, like I was doing quests, and then that was unlocking like 2 new quests, and then I would go to another zone, and there's like 3 quests there, and I'm just like, fucking god, dude, like what? Like, why there's so many side quests? I'm like, Jesus. So I just kind of got discouraged and said, fuck this, I'm just gonna fucking go through the story. So that's what I did, and I am now in the final dungeon, or what I believe to be the final dungeon. And I am pretty deep in it. I think I'm an hour or 2 into the final dungeon. So
Okay.
I don't know how much I realistically have left to get through with this game, but it's just I'm kind of a little bummed right now. I mean, I'm withholding judgment until I finish the game like fully and like actually get credits and the game is over and it prompts me for like New Game Plus. But I'm like the story right now. I'm kind of disappointed with it. Like it was really, it feels really straightforward right now in a way that I was hoping it wouldn't be. And there's still time for that to change. So I'm hoping it does. But if it doesn't, I don't know where this game's going to sit for me in the 4 games, like as in terms of like where I would rank it.
Yeah.
Because man, right now, I don't know. Like I kind of think 2 might actually have a better story, like overall.
Really? That's interesting.
Maybe, I don't know. I think it's just recency. Like I don't know. It's just me having played this game recently. It's just the game meanders for a long time, and then there's a lot of exposition for a chapter or two, but it's really, some of it is extremely predictable exposition, and it played out almost exactly the way I envisioned, with a couple twists. And I don't know, I kind of expected a little bit more twistiness to it, I guess. And maybe that's just me having too high of expectations. That's definitely very possible here, but at the same time, it's just like the combat is still good, but there's just certain things about it that are the way they are, and I'm not a huge fan of them now at this point, like super deep into the game. Like the chain attacks, I really like the system, the way they've built the system for chain attacks, but I fucking hate how long they take, dude. It's like they still take like 10 minutes or 15 minutes to like execute one of them, and it's just so annoying, dude. And you can tell the game's just not really designed for you to fight without using them. Like there's just so many battles I fight where I feel like unless I build my party in a very specific way, I can't beat things without using chain attacks, And I don't know. It's like I was fighting like a unique group of enemies earlier today, and they were like 2 levels higher than me. It was like 3 mobs that were like boss level uniques. And dude, they were only 2 levels higher than my party, and dude, they were fucking obliterating my party. The only reason I beat the fight is because of chain attacks. Because I just chain attacked all 3 of them. They had low enough health that one chain attack could kill them outright, basically. So it's kind of like it's an annoying crutch rather. And I wish I could play the game a little bit more straight up, but there's just a lot of downtime when you play the game like that. There's a lot of moments where you're doing nothing other than auto attacking, and it's like I'm like, man, I just don't remember. I don't remember Xenoblade 1 being like this, or X. Definitely same with X as well. Where you're just kind of standing there like waiting for cooldowns to come up, and it's like I don't remember with 2, but I feel like 2 had that same problem at times. I just don't remember it specifically enough to say definitively, but so I don't know. I'm like the game's not bad. I'm not saying the game's bad. I'm not saying it's even mediocre. Like it's still a really good game. It's a well-made game. The world is great. A lot of the progression is really cool and really fun. I just it's starting to make me question though. Are these games a little too long in the tooth? Because I'm at like 75 or 80 hours now towards the end of the game, and I think I'm hitting like my burnout point. This happens to me with all of them, which is weird because I love them. But even with one, I burn out at the end of the game. I've never done end game in any of these Xenoblade games because they're just so fucking long. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm anticipating I'll be done with it by next week's show. So I'll have my full thoughts at that point. But yeah. I don't want to get into Apex yet, Montrell. So why don't you talk about what you've been playing?
So I still have Xenoblade 1 on there. I need to delete that, and Xenoblade Chronicles X. I haven't played that because I've been playing exclusively Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I have to play 3. So before I even say my statement, so far though, it is like me going from. This is the only way I can compare if people know who play these franchises. It's like going from playing Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 3. Well, I can't even say that because now I feel differently about Mass Effect 2. But at the time, it was like going from Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 3. It was like going from Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls 2. It's such a change. Or you can say Mass Effect 1 if you really like Mass Effect 1 and you went to Mass Effect 2. It's such a huge change in a lot of the systems that I don't like it. Playing them back to back, you actually see now to give the game some credit or slack. The definitive edition did fix a lot of quality of life shit. That wasn't in the old part of 1, and I do remember playing at least 10 hours of the old 1 on or Xenoblade Chronicles 1 on the Wii.
Yeah.
Or actually the 3DS, before it became the definitive edition that's on, the fucking Switch. So I did remember playing that, and I do remember having some of the same quarrels that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 have, which is the lack of direction as far as doing side quests and questing and everything of that nature. I think in all, and I've heard it's the same in Xenoblade 3, and I'm just going to go out here and say it on a limb. I hate the way questing's done in Xenoblade games.
Yeah.
I don't like the whole fetching thing, and it's really exacerbated. And one, it's okay because they mark it on the map, like MMOs do. When you have a special item that you need to get, they mark it on the map, and that
Yeah.
item appears on the map. With Xenoblade Chronicles 2, they have these nodes called collection points that are not even related to the quest. So you can collect them and you can use them for different various things as well. These items and stuff like that for various things.
Yeah.
So not only will the quest have like items in that collection point, they have the nerve to be RNG as well with that collection point. So they're like,
Mhm.
you're basically doing mining,
Yeah.
and it's like I don't know if you guys remember old Monster Hunter, but like old Monster Hunter used to do that shit too, where they'll mix the quest items in with the mining nodes, and
Yeah.
sometimes you couldn't even get the quest. Like I remember on Monster Hunter One, sometimes you couldn't even complete the quest because you don't have any more mining nodes to go to. Um,
Oh, well, also your pickaxe, your pickaxes would break. You'd have
yeah,
to
your
like,
pick. Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
And on I don't know how I can't remember on Freedom Unite. Well, I can't remember on 3 because I think that's what you came in on 3. But they had actual like X's on the like like gashes on the map where you had to go to mine. It wasn't like a spawn node like it is on the newer games. It
yeah,
was an actual like X in the map that you had to go to, and that X in the gash inside the thing. So I mean, it's kind of like but it's the nodes on the regular Monster Hunters, and they do respawn in 2, but I just don't like that questing mechanic. I think that I like the killing monsters mechanic. That's cool to me because I'm fighting people, but when I'm doing like the questing mechanic where I gotta collect shit, and the vast majority of their shit is fucking collecting shit,
yeah,
like to these mining nodes and or to these little collection points. They call them collection points, but they're like nodes or whatever.
yeah.
I fucking hate it. I don't like it at all. I think it's a terrible mechanic. Hopefully that's not in 3.
It's
Um,
not. It's not.
okay.
Well, not in like direct side questing. There's like collectopedia cards where you can like give people random collectibles you picked up, but it is literally the most unimportant thing. I've barely done it. So,
Okay.
um,
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's like that or whatever. And I'm kind of glad they got rid of it. I mean, maybe someone told them to not do it or whatever. But they maybe they didn't do it
Hmm.
in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 because of that feedback. But
Yeah.
it's terrible. Also like in 1 and 2, uh I don't know how it is for your affinity. I don't know if you have a chart for each character. But I don't know if you have to do certain things like in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, each like fucking blade, even the non-existent blades
Oh
or
yeah, I
the cookie
remember that.
cutter blades
Yeah.
have their affinity charts.
Oh
And
yeah.
to get past certain shit, you actually need to do like the shit in the charts or whatever
Yeah.
so that you can get certain like because they have certain moves like to compare it to like a layman's terms, like they have certain moves like cut for instance for Pokemon, right? And imagine your charge or you have to get to like what was the Pewter City, you had to get to Pewter City, or you're going from Pewter City to Cerulean City, you got to do that cut, you have to cut the thing or whatever, or not Pewter City but Cerulean City to Vermilion City, and you have to cut the branch. And imagine you get to the branch and this is like a game, like this the game is intending for you to cut this branch, this is the block obstacle, you beat Misty and everything, and then it's like, oh, you only have a level 1 cut, you actually need a level 2 cut, and you're like, what? And then you look and you see, okay, what do I have to level up my Charizard? How do I level up the cut? Oh, you have to kill 500 Rattatas. What? That's in the fucking, that's in Vermilion, the Vermilion forest.
Imagine
What?
they did that shit, dude. Oh my god. Oh jeez.
Yeah. So like
Oh.
I exaggerated the number, but you
Mhm.
have to go like kill like
It's
maybe 6 of
asinine
them.
tasks though. Some of them are so fucking dumb. Like you have to like you. I think some of them you even have to like use moves in combat in a certain way or some fucking dumb shit. I remember not doing any of it, and I was like, "Fuck this, dude!" Like, god damn
Yeah. And
it.
like so I and then so that happens. So that's going on, and and then you also have to be you have to be a certain affinity chart level. So like, say if you want to get win level 2, it may not be on the level 2 node part. It may be on the level 3 or level 4 node part. So you have to get your fucking blades trust level up to that level so that you can unlock it and do the fucking
Yeah.
node. Like it's the most a lot of the shit in the game, I swear to God, is like, yo, we just trying to extend this shit as much as we fucking can. Even in the main story, I'm 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 going to places and I'm doing shit in the main fucking story
Mhm.
that's like, bro, we're just trying to extend the game.
Okay.
Like we are,
Okay.
bro.
I'm gonna cut in because yeah, you just hit on something that I think is part of my problem with 3 is there's a lot of times where it feels like the game's doing that to you, and it happens at the end of the game where they send you on this like a mini quest line where you have to go find these like 6 or 7 fragments of whatever the fuck, and they send you all the way around the world to go do this. And it's not like it's just not it doesn't take an obnoxiously long time, but it legitimately feels like what you're talking about. They're just like extending the game time for no reason. Like it's just like dude, I don't. This is like a. It's kind of getting into a whole. It's getting into a whole piece about this where I think Xenoblade Chronicles One. I talk about like it's like a masterpiece to me, right? I think that game is like so fucking good, and I've done everything in that game almost, except like I said, except for like the end game, like post game shit where you're like level 99 and you're fucking killing like the crazy ass bosses and shit. I have done almost everything in that game multiple times though. I've beaten it 3 different times, you know, and I've done all the side quests like every time pretty much. And leveled up all the towns to max affinity, like all characters to max affinity. Like I fucking love that game, right? And but the thing is, I think that's what's lost for me with 2 and 3 is I just don't love the world that these characters live in, and I don't love the characters enough to like do that shit, to like put up with that shit necessarily, or want to do that shit. In one, it's like it's not even like it's that well executed in one either. It's like none of the side quests have any voice acting really. It's all just like text and but you get like world flavor and stuff through it. But I just want to be in the game world, like playing with these characters and like doing the combat and everything like that. Like more, I don't care that it's like tedious shit. Whereas with 2 and 3, I'm just not like it's not coming. It doesn't coalesce the way it did in one for me, and it sucks because I love Xenoblade. I love Xenoblade, and I like I really do. But it's weird that they can't recapture that, or it feels like they can't recapture that feeling. And I don't know, maybe just it's just a special sauce with one. It was the first one they did, and they didn't necessarily have it all. There wasn't a formula yet, for it.
Well, I feel like with 2 and 3, um, just from what you're experience telling me, I feel like they think they have to extend the game. I feel like they think their combat is not enough for them,
Yeah,
for the players to get through, and the story is not enough for the players to get through. Whereas I'm looking at the opposite way. Like, you give me a couple side quests, like, because the game is so filled with shit, and it's like, bro, just give me a couple side quests and I'll be okay. And I think that's what Xenoblade Chronicles 1 did. For some reason, 1, it was a lot of side quests, but I didn't feel obligated to do the shit.
yeah, yeah.
With 2, and I don't know about for 3, but for 2,
3 has it
they
too.
make they make you do a lot of infinity chart shit to get better stats for stuff, and they put all those stats and all those like things and everything inside the infinity chart instead of putting inside gear and everything like that. And I
Yeah.
think that's right. That's where it's making itself up at. Now, like I said, I don't know if I haven't played 3, but for 2, I definitely see that. For 2, it's so one note, in my opinion. I think the blade mechanic really like hinders the way you want to play, in my opinion.
Yeah, the blade
Like now,
mechanic fails the game. It's unfortunate because it could have been the thing that made the game shine for me. But
yeah.
yeah, it
Now I talked to Andy about it, and he says like he feels like it's the opposite. He feels like the blades really enhance the gameplay and everything of that nature. And to a certain extent, they do, but to a certain extent, it's like okay, you got your cookie cutter blades, like those little metal looking blades. You got all those, right?
Yeah, right.
And it's like, why do you even have those? Just give me
To
the
just
regular
to
blade.
justify the little gotcha system they put in the game, even though it's not
Yeah,
there's no
like
money involved, it's still a gotcha system, yeah.
yeah, and it's like, all right, well, they have enough blades to where they don't need the filler blades, and even the filler blades are like weird, and it's like they have an infinity chart on them and stuff like that. So if I want to switch to them, it's just too much to wrap my head around sometime, and it's like um it's really hard. The reason why these games, to me, in my opinion, are really hard for to break out and be really on Final Fantasy level, as far as like they're not casual. These games are not casual, in my
No,
opinion.
not at all. They
And
aren't even close to casual, dude.
I like it. I like the nuance of the game. I
Yeah,
like everything about this game. But if
absolutely.
I was to introduce this to someone, like I'm hesitant, like Jet, for instance, right? This is not a casual game. And I mean, he's not a casual gamer as far as RPGs go, but like I don't think he's like a hardcore JRPG fan. So
Yeah,
it's like when we're talking about these things and everything like that, like it may sound cool to like the average like RPG fan in general, but then once they get into it, it's a lot. It took me 2 playthroughs just to get the game
yeah,
itself. Everything started to click for me. But it's like it's just a really it's not a non-casual friendly game. And then on top of that, your story is not as hard hitting as it's very anime. Like I feel like Xenoblade Chronicles 1, we compared it a lot to Attack on Titan, and Attack on Titan is not it's anime, but it's not
it's not.
anime.
Yeah, it's not like traditional anime, right?
Yeah, it's not a traditional shonen. It is a shonen, but it's not a traditional one. And I feel like
Yeah.
Xenoblade does the same thing. It's a shonen for sure, but it's not a traditional shonen. But then Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a traditional shonen. Like that is
Absolutely. Yes, it is, yeah.
uh like he literally says, no bullshit in the fight. We can do it with the power of friendship. Not even bullshitting with y'all. He
He
literally says
does
that in the
say
fight.
that. He does
Yeah.
say that. Rex does say. I fucking hate Rex, bro. Oh,
I
he's
like
so.
Rex. I
I
like
know,
Rex
bro,
a
man.
lot,
Yeah,
but he's not. He's no fucking Shulk, like by far.
yeah,
But I do like Rex, but he literally says that. And then there's so many like I don't know what audience they were trying to capture because then it's like there was one part where like I'm at the part right now where you're going on the Rotten Titan or whatever,
yeah.
and like Pyre gets taken because she didn't want to sacrifice Rex and all this other shit like that. Blah blah. And I thought I was playing Kingdom Hearts because he's like, oh, it's kind of hard to break into her because he's trying to absorb her power. He's like, her heart's connected with Rex. And I'm like, bro, what is this? Is it Kingdom Hearts? Am I playing Kingdom Hearts right now? So it's like, and it's not Kingdom Hearts. That's just anime. That's like,
Well, honestly, though, when you think about it, bro, like blades are kind of like the keyblades, right? Like, like kind of, right?
I mean, yeah, you're
Like
right.
conceptually, like not the way they look. Obviously, a keyblade is literally the physical sword, like everybody has on the
Yeah,
board. But in like conceptually, it's kind of the same concept. Like, everyone's kind of got their own unique one. They have different powers. They can phase them in and out. They're not always like with them, right?
yeah,
So but yeah, it's like a little more in depth because there's literally an entity tied to the weapon, that like is actually alive and like has its own thought process and stuff. So yeah,
yeah. So I mean, so you got that going for it. Um, and I may sound jaded. I actually like the game, but I've just been playing it for so long that like maybe I should take another break from it. But I just want to finish at this
nah,
point.
you gotta power through it, dude.
Yeah, because okay, so I'm at this. I was at this part, and this part almost literally broke me. And I don't remember Xenoblade Chronicles 1 having this part. Um, I guess you can count the part where or Shulk. Spoiler alert for anyone, because I know a lot of people are playing Xenoblade Chronicles 1. So spoiler alert. Um, because I actually said that because a lot of people are playing the definitive one,
Hmm.
the definitive edition, like on
Right.
my friends list. I see them a lot. It's like maybe 10 people. It's insane.
Hmm.
Uh, but I'm sorry, Shulk loses his the Monado. He loses the Monado temporarily, and you really you can I think you can play with him still, but he's like super weak and everything
You
like that.
can play with him. Yeah, no, he's fucking terrible though. It's
Yeah,
hilarious, dude. Yeah, he's so bad.
yeah, he's like really bad.
Yeah.
So, but the game didn't slow down for me because the other six characters you or four characters, five characters, whatever you have, make up for it, right? And they all have their specialty. So I was like using like Ryan, Dumban, and fucking Fiora or seventh character rather, and I was like using them in place of like when Shulk was like bad. So there's one part in the game. I'm actually at that part. You lose Pyra, so your Pyra
I
is
remember
not
this.
with you,
Yeah, I remember this.
and she is so integral to the part of my team to where I had everything set up. I had equipment set up around her and everything like for the topple launch smash mechanic. I had everything centered around that outside of the chain attacks. The chain attacks is actually trash in this game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I had everything centered around that. So that's one thing I do like about this game. Just to clarify, a footnote: this game does not center around chain attacks. You don't have to do chain attacks at all. You can obliterate monsters without chain
I don't think
attacks.
I ever did. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do like that a lot in this game. They gave you way more different options akin to like Xenoblade Chronicles 1, because there are people who didn't do even chain attack in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, which I think is fucking crazy. That was like the most funnest thing in the world. Um,
Yeah.
um, just because they had like a randomness mechanic to it. So it was like
Yeah.
cool when you finally figure out the mechanic and you can kind of cheat the system. But in this game, it's structured and I like it. But the game's not centered around it at all. And you can kill monsters with different various things, and that's what I do like about the blades, because they do add a little variation to it, and the game is centered around that variation. Now, I already said like I hate the random mechanics, the random spike mechanics, and all that shit like that. That's every Xenoblade. That shit ain't going nowhere, unfortunately. I'm in a part of the game though. Getting back to it, I had Pyra Center. I have everything centered around Pyra. Uh, not Mithra. I can't remember her name for anything. The Imperial lady. I just call her Imperial lady.
Oh,
The
fuck.
Imperial
I forget her
Morak.
name. Yeah, Morak. What a weird name.
Morak. She will instantly come into the fucking battle. Break. She'll always break, and then I'll topple, and then everybody's stuff is still charging. As soon as the topple goes down, I'll do it again. She'll break again instantly because the AI is like really good with that shit. She break again, or Nia will break. I'll topple, and then I'll switch to another one, launch, switch to another one, then and smash. Only thing I did not have was a break on my character. But we would do that shit in like rotation. We had that shit down. And they took that away from me. So now I'm like, all right, I gotta figure out something else. And I read the Reddit comments and I understood the logic behind it. It's like we're taking away your main source of like damage. Now you
Mhm.
have to figure out the game. You have to figure out what you need to do.
Yeah,
Because Rex
many
himself,
RPGs have done this plenty before too. It's
yeah,
not that
because
uncommon.
Rex himself in the character arc, this is like his redemption arc, right? He's like in any anime, like they get their power taken away from him, or Naruto gets his ass fucking smacked, or fucking Goku, he gets fucking his ass beat by Frieza or whatever, and then he's like he needs to build himself back up. Like this is in my opinion right here. This is when Goku's on Namek and he gets his ass beat by Captain Ginyu, or his body gets beat up by Captain Ginyu, and he's in the rejuvenation chamber and everybody's like struggling without him because he's like in the rejuvenation chamber.
Yeah,
This
well,
is the arc.
it's where it's the moment when these characters have to prove that they are the hero without their powers. Like they're
Exactly. Yeah.
still the heroic one that can get the job done even without their fucking powers.
That works in fucking anime.
Yeah.
Works fucking well. In video games, I fucking hate it. I hate it in this particular video game because not only do they take Pyra away from you, they make you go through a fucking dungeon that drains all your ether. So by the first level of the dungeon, you can only do level 2 uh blade attacks.
Yeah.
And Tora, he's the only one since he has an artificial blade. He can do all the way up to level 3 chain attack. Not chain attacks, but blade attacks. And then by the time you get further in the dungeon, you can only do level 1 blade attacks, and your healing is reduced. So you're just fucked. It's just like it's a part of the game, and that it's a mechanic in that dungeon, and you're just fucked. And it was really rough for me getting through that dungeon. Not to mention that dungeon is very confusing, and it has a whole bunch of like cuts. I'll say like HM moves because that's what I'm gonna start calling them now. It has a whole bunch of HM move uh to navigate through the fucking dungeon. And if you don't have the HM move at the level it needs to be done, the game punishes you by making you go through the alternate route with more monsters and poison pools. So you're just fucked either way. So you're either forced to leave the dungeon and get your HM moves up to the necessary level, or you have to just like steamroll through the game in that shit. And I did a combination of both. Some places I had my HM level up, and then some places I had to go through like dark tunnels. Like it's literally Pokemon. I had to go through a dark tunnel. It was dark as fuck. You couldn't see nothing. I needed flash. Literally needed flash. Like, and there was one part where I had to cut the spider web and then blow it away with fire or whatever. So it's like it was literally like Pokemon at that point, but done terribly. So I just didn't enjoy that dungeon at all. And I looked it up on Reddit to see if I was like, maybe I'm trash. Maybe I'm just being, and everybody on the Xenoblade Chronicles Reddit was just like, yo, when you got to this area, this is literally the worst area of the game. Like this is the worst part of the game. I hate this part of the game. I hate the boss. Yeah, the boss is nonsensical. All it is clone. He spawns like 20 clones on himself, and you just gotta stick it out and wait it out and defeat all 20 clones, and that's it. He keeps saying rogue, 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 rogue attack. Like that's what he keeps saying every time he's attacking you. It's like rogue, rogue, rogue. It's
Yeah.
worse than the lady from Xenoblade Chronicles 1 when she does her attacks and she says
Oh,
the
yeah.
same fucking thing. So yeah, like Xenoblade Chronicles 1 had that with that monster. It was just that particular monster, but you had a character who was designed around that monster that you had to learn how to utilize. In this game, it was like in this dungeon rather, because the boss is easy. It was just the dungeon that was fucking hard because they
Yeah.
nerfed you intentionally. It was artificial difficulty, which I fucking hate in video games. I hate. I Please, game. If you are one game designer, you're one of the like 25 listeners.
Ooh.
Please convince your team to just not do artificial difficulty.
Yeah. Man, you're not
I
gonna like
fucking hate it.
you would not like 4X games, man, if you feel that way.
I fucking
They're
hate
fucking built
artificial.
on artificial difficulty, dude. I hate it. I fucking hate it in that genre.
Like,
It's become so frustrating. But yeah, go on.
yeah, like I like difficulty in games. Like obviously I played the Dark Souls series and everything like that. I love a challenge. I play Devil May Cry games and everything. But I hate when it's just like a built-in in-story mechanic. And I
Oh,
was
it's
almost
like unfair. They like stack things against you to the point where it's like completely unfair. Like I'm actually
yeah,
I'm actually running into that with Legends of Runeterra because I'm doing like the top end content now, and some of the fights that they put you in, like the battles they put you in, are just so fucking absurd. Where the AI gets like, dude, they get like they'll like on turn one they'll have like 2 mana, right? And they will flood their board with creatures that are all like 4/4s, and you've got one creature on the fucking field, and like you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do about this? I have 2 mana. Like, what? Like, it's like the fucking enemy. It's stupid shit. So yeah, that kind of shit is definitely frustrating.
yeah, and they do it all the time. Like, or they don't do it all the time, but it's just like it's just really weird when they do it, and I'm not a big fan of it at all. Um, so I don't know. But I'm liking. I'm just at that part of the game right now, and I just got past it like last night. Because you can ask like Dion, I was fucking cussing. Like I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Why do I gotta go through
Yeah,
this way? Why do I gotta do this? Why do I gotta do that? So I just got past it, and the game is better. I read the reviews, or not the reviews, but like the Reddit post and everything like that. And people are like, the game gets a lot better after this. That was literally the word. You are out of the ballpark. You're out of the forest now. You're good now. Um, and I do feel like that, but it's just like, man, that shit took a lot out of me. And that actually killed my motivation for a new game plus playthrough.
yeah,
Because I really do want to do a new game plus playthrough through all of them.
yeah.
But two, if I gotta go through that shit again, like that is not fun, like at all.
It's just too
Uh,
long of a game, dude. Like I want to play two again, and I'm gonna play a new game plus with two because I have my file still. So I'm like, that's how I'm gonna do it. I can't do it back to back though, man. I can't. Like, I'm not gonna play. I can't play 3 again after this. Like, I'm not doing it again right now. Like, there's just it's too long of a game. It's gonna take too much time. I'd rather just go play something new. Um,
Yeah, no, you're right. It's just too much. I think the games are like very intimidating. Like not very intimidating, but they take a long time to get to. They have a cult following, and for a reason.
mhm.
Um, I don't know what they can do. I mean, because the way they make the story and they structure everything, the mechanics around the story, I like that. But at the same time, I can definitely see how it hinders the game.
Yeah.
Like some people want to just get in within the first 10 hours of the game. They want to have the incomplete game unlocked. Not with Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. Well, maybe 1 I'll give. 1, yeah. You
Yeah, I
just
just
you just
think
have
I
to.
think I think like I just think one is like so much has such a better structure than the
Well,
rest
you
of
don't
the
have to
game.
learn new. You don't have to learn new mechanics. You have to learn. Well, they are new mechanics, but
New
I feel like you get
characters,
every.
right?
You have to learn new characters. Like if you want to play that character, you have to learn how to play that character. If you want
But
to
you
learn that
also
character,
don't
you
have
got to
to
play
do
it.
that at all. That's totally optional. You
It
you don't have to do it. So yeah.
100% correct. Whereas with this game, they intentionally lock mechanics behind
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Well,
so
they do it in 3 as well. And 3, like, dude, you have to change your classes in 3. You're not going to play the whole game as the same class. Like, it's and I actually think that is something that might turn some people off with 3. I'm surprised people have the game's gotten such a good reception because that is something that I think like if you really like one class, you are heavily discouraged from playing that class forever.
mhm.
You're just hindering yourself by doing that. There's no reason to do it. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I feel like I'm like not I don't have the right words to explain what I'm feeling with it right now. It's but I just think 2 and 3 they don't capture me as much. I'm thinking about X right now, dude. I'm really hoping the next Xenoblade game they make goes back to that formula or that format, and they make a game that has a way better story for sure. Because that was like the story in X is like complete fucking ass, um, but that game outside of the narrative, the main narrative is fucking amazing. Like the exploration, the combat, the progression, all that shit, the environments, like all that shit is fucking top notch, like 10 out of 10 shit.
Yeah,
So it's like I kind of hope they go back there and read to like kind of go back into that realm and go down a different path with that like branch of the series. Um, because yeah, I'm kind of missing that right now. Like to be honest with you. So
yeah. It's just um nothing really for me. Nothing really captured like what happens in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. And I'm not just saying that because like Justin says, oh, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is the best one ever. I genuinely think Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is so far the best one,
yeah.
story wise. And I like the combat a lot as well.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I know
so I
I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy.
yeah,
I'm not
I
crazy.
I did like two's
Yeah.
combat. I did like two's combat. Um, and I remember I was up in arm. I was kind of like being hesitant towards you because I was like, I think two's combat is kind of better. Two's combat is okay. It's just the mechanics built around it, or the
Hmm.
I don't know how you would say it, but like everything outside the combat, as far as like
Yeah.
making things work, like accessories and everything. I
Yeah.
think that shit sucks, and it actually puts a damper on the combat itself. It's not fun to play around.
Hmm.
Uh, because you're limited to what kind of blades you have and what you can do with those blades, and it forces you to use the gotcha mechanic. And it's like, all right, now that I got this blade, now I got to get his trust level up. 50 hours of the game. Well, here's another 5 hours, and then not to mention the fucking Merc quest, and the Merc quest where you can send your blades out, and each
Yeah.
quest, no bullshit to y'all. The lowest one is 30 minutes, so you can send like 5 blades out, and they're gone for 30 minutes. The highest one I've seen so far is 2 hours,
I
or
don't
no,
know
an hour
why
and 40 minutes.
dude. I don't know why they had this weird idea to put mobile game mechanics into a Xenoblade game. Like,
I really think
I
this is
don't
supposed to be a mobile game.
I don't get it, man. But it's like so obviously not though, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's fucking weird, man. I don't know. Cuz yeah, they literally have a gotcha in the game, and then they have, like you said, the mercenaries thing where you do these like mercenary jobs like it's like fucking Clash of Clans or something, where you got to literally
yeah,
wait 30 real minutes, for them to complete. It's like, okay, all right. I
yeah.
guess,
The game is built around addiction. It's trying to make you and they got the wrong one because I can't get addicted to your game. Like I have like maybe 70 core crystals stacked up and like 20 rare core crystals stacked up. I'm not about to spend that. I got the squad I need already, and it's like,
well, the anime. So I bought the season pass, when the game came out, and when I finally played it, everything and all the DLC had been released already. And dude, part of the season pass was giving you like fucking like 80 million core crystals, at the beginning of the game, so you could just like get a bunch of really good blades like right away. And dude, I remember opening them all, and it took me 2 hours because you can't skip the animations or anything like that. So you just have to fucking
now
sit
you
there.
can.
Yeah.
Now you can skip
Oh,
them.
thank
Yeah.
Christ, dude. Jesus, yeah, it was awful, dude. You like couldn't skip it. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
I don't know, but the game's okay. It's kind of hard if I would recommend it to anybody because of all those mechanics that you have to deal
Only
with.
if you've played one and you actually like enjoy the franchise, like
Yeah, if
that.
you're a hardcore JRPG person, I
Yeah.
would say this is for you. If you're like a casual like Final Fantasy VII remake JRPG fan, this ain't for you. Like this ain't because this game almost broke me. When I got to that dungeon, that the game almost broke me. I almost put it down. I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna play this shit no more. Fuck
Yeah.
you. Like I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Um, but I persevered through and I just played it. So I
Mhm.
got through it and it's okay. But yeah, sorry to rant on about that for about 45 minutes, but I
Yep.
had to get that shit off my chest. That
That's
shit.
about how long we've been going for that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Apex. Montrell, we've been playing a lot of Apex, man. How are you enjoying it? Are you still having fun with it? Because you've been getting, dude. We hurt ourselves on Sunday. Okay, like we played all day from like 3 to like midnight. For like 9 hours, and I'm not even sure you and Brad ever took a break. I broke off for like an hour to go eat or whatever, and yeah, you guys were just you just kept going while I was gone. From what I saw.
No, we did take a break.
But okay,
I
okay,
think when you came on, we already had our little break. But
okay,
we didn't. We took another break.
okay.
But I'm actually enjoying the game. The problem, so the problem is I want to play, and then y'all not on, and I'm like, cause I'm like into it now. I'm into the weeds of the game now.
Yeah.
Again, rather, and I tried to play solo, and this game is fucking terrible
Oh my
solo.
god, dude! Absolutely. Are you playing with randos?
Yes,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
tried to play solo.
No,
Um,
bro.
and this game is
You're
fucking
gonna
terrible.
get the most.
When I
You're gonna get the most mentally challenged. Like,
It's not even that. It's like, bro, they're bitches. Like, you know how when we see people, we're
yeah,
like, go kill them.
we
Like, we're
run. We
gonna
run at
approach
them.
them.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
run at them. Or we either like we're really strategic though with the run at them now. We're like, oh, is a circle pushing in? All right, no. Do we have a minute 30 or a minute? Yeah, we can go. We can go. We can go push them. These people, I will be pinging. It's like maybe like a minute 40 or a minute 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's go get them. Let's go get them. They're like, sometimes these people would just be like sitting there and like in their box or they're just like standing still. And I'm like, oh my God, if this was like Justin or Jet, they would have been took the shot. I would have been fucking flashed over there and killed them all. Like I'm already planning the play in my head. Like, and
Yeah.
they would just stand there, bro. Like, and then when they get killed, like what, or you will get the opposite, right? Like we'll be fucking in the mid gathering set part of
Looting, and
our
they're
Apex.
running. They're running around with like a P2020 trying to go murder people. Yeah.
Yes, and then they die because the team's not there. Literally halfway across the map. Like this is just happened to me before I start down the podcast. They're halfway across the map. They die and then quit out, and you're like, bro, like, why are you halfway across the map? Why are you in middle of the circle already, and we're still looting, bro? Everyone's still in looting phase, but you. Like, and then they get mad and they quit the game and leave.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like,
They ping you guys for like 12 minutes and they're all grumpy or whatever. It's like, dude, like what's your KD, bro? You can't be a successful player playing like this, you know?
yeah,
I
and it's just
just
like I think the game is terrible. Like fucking solo. I don't even see how people do it.
I've
Like,
never I've rarely done it, dude. When I play solo without you guys, I do no fill duos. That's the only way I can play. Like because I can't stand teammates in like dude the shit with randos that I've seen that I've heard online, I'm like, I want none of this, dude. Like the chances of me finding somebody that's like a reasonable human that's actually going to listen and like try to work together and like stay with me and not do dumb shit, it's just so minuscule that I don't even want to play the roulette, you know?
yeah, exactly. It's just it's not good at all.
Yeah.
And
Because
I don't
I
really
right now,
recommend it to
dude,
people.
I feel like we are like kind of like at kind of sort of like a peak of our skill right now. Like like man, I'm feeling good lately. I don't know what's going on, but dude, I'm fucking shredding motherfuckers, dude. Like, fucking like if they're not playing like and they're not one of these like MLG pro hacker motherfuckers, like I'm murdering people, man. Like I don't know. It's like it feels good
No,
right now.
yeah, it feels like that with me too. Like when I'm not playing with you guys and I play like my elo, I feel like my elo is so fucking dumb. Like I'm playing with people and it's like,
Yeah.
it's just like, all right, cool, we're gonna go, and they go, and they're like standing back, and I'm like knocking like three people, and then I die, or I'm knocking like two people, and then like the third person may get me. But my teammates are not with me because they're not moving as fast as me. They're not
Yeah.
doing the same thing. Not to mention, like since I'm playing on console, I'm playing with console players, so they're just not used to like the speed unless you're like really high level console play. So it's like they're just not used to the speed that I'm going, and I end up getting knocked because I'm like either like I take out like there's one time I knocked like 5 or 6 people, like no joke, and we're in like a hot zone. So obviously I only have like maybe like 20 HP left or whatever. And I'm trying to heal somebody come around the corner and knock me. And my teammates just get knocked and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm not like half the zone out. Like, how did y'all all get knocked? So it's just like now I feel like I'm at a level where
Mm-hmm.
I have to play good because obviously I'm playing with y'all. PC players are inherently better because of the mouse and keyboard aspect. But I'm also playing against hackers and shit like that, and I have to learn how to move and outmaneuver them and everything like that. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's like you're playing with like training weights on, when you're playing with us.
Yeah,
And then you like or rather, I guess I don't even know how maybe it's the reverse. You're playing without training weights with us, and then when you go play with your like elo, it's like a fucking, you got the training weights on, It is just the speed doesn't work, You're like off kilter, the timing's off and everything.
yeah.
Um
I had to play slower, and that's how they play. And it's like I just can't do that. Like I have to. In Apex, is like when we slow down for a reason. We don't slow down because we're just like, oh, I'm just walking and I'm scared to fight the other team. Like we're slowing
yeah.
down because there is no one to fight right now. Like that's why it's slow.
Yeah.
Um,
Right. It's because we haven't seen anybody in forever. It's not because we're choosing to be slow, Like
yeah,
those times in the game are the worst. I like when we're playing like Storm Point or something and we don't see anybody for literally like two circle closes in a row. I'm like, oh, like where are the enemies, bro? Like I need to shoot at somebody. Like it's fucking, I don't know. I just want to fight. Like that's what I like to do in Apex. That's where the game is fun. I don't know. I don't want to loot. I don't want to run around the map. I don't want to be a bitch. Like if you hear gunfire, run towards it, Like maybe we won't fight. We don't need to engage. I'm not saying we're going to engage every fucking fight, But I want to be there in case I want to engage.
yeah.
So that's kind of how we play now, and like I love it. Like I just that's the way I want to play the game. I think the biggest issue is matchmaking, and some nights it's fine, some nights it's not. It's like it just depends on the day. Like Sunday, we it was me, you, and Brad the whole day, pretty much, and we won 2 matches, right? 2 games, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And up through the second win, everything, dude, we were having fun. We were having some good games. We were getting deep in every game, and then all of a sudden, we get that second win, and the level of the lobby started to go up and up and up a little bit to the point where at the end of the night, like the last 2 or 3 hours, we were just fucking dying every game, dude. It was like not even a chance. We would land, I'd get a gun, and I'd be dead before I could even load it. You know, it was fucking bad, dude. Like it was some bad shit. So I don't know. The game's still really inconsistent, and they got a lot of shit to work on. But the core gameplay has always been really good, and it continues to be that way. I think the guns are balanced right now. They feel good, most of them. And yeah, I don't know. I like
Yeah,
Apex. Having fun. I kind of want to play it tonight after we're
yeah.
done.
I think I'm gonna play it tonight, but I think I am gonna play it tonight. But yeah. All right,
All right.
we've been doing this
All
for
right.
a
Yeah.
while.
We go for an hour. Let's get into the news. We don't actually have a lot of news, which is kind of why we went long early on in the show. So so yeah, we got 3 stories. First one, this is actually kind of a big one because I cannot remember for the life of me this ever happening before the last couple months with like consumer electronics. Is Sony has increased the price of the PlayStation 5 in a bunch of non-US markets. And these markets are Europe, the UK, Japan, which isn't effective until the 15th of September, but the other ones are already effective. China, Australia, Mexico, Canada. And those are all pretty big markets for video games. And they went up anywhere between the range of like $50 to $100 each. The Blu-ray, or sorry, the disc drive version and the digital only version. It's true for both of them. So this was just kind of came out of nowhere. It just happened. Sony is blaming inflation and volatile marketplace right now for this. Nintendo and Microsoft have said they have no plans currently to raise the price of their consoles, which, I mean, of course, they're going to say that until they actually decide to do this themselves, but I don't know if they're going to. But the thing I want to point out is this actually did happen a month or two ago with the Meta's VR headset.
Mm,
The Quest, the Oculus Quest.
yeah,
They raised the price by $100 on both models of that. So this has happened recently. And it was not in a like just complete like niche thing, like this, fucking Facebook's VR headset. So it is interesting. It kind of makes me wonder if this is going to happen elsewhere, because I mean, obviously, we see price fluctuations with things all the time, but it's usually in secondary markets we see that. We do not. I can't remember a consumer electronic being released and then the MSRP of that product going up after it was released. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life, but before this happened. So I don't know. Can you think of anything?
shit. No, actually, no, I can't. Maybe the Switch.
No,
No,
no.
it
That
stayed
was
the
that was
same.
them releasing a new version of the Switch at a
Okay.
higher price. But no, the actual original Switch model's never gone up. Now it's still 300 MSRP, which is questionable at this point. But yeah, so I mean, Montreal, what do you think this means? Do you think this is kind of foreshadowing of something to come with the other manufacturers, or do you think this is a one-off for Sony only?
Um, I think this is still a one-off for Sony because they're selling so many, and they had to find some way to
Mm-hmm.
reduce the demand,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And it's kind of weird that they didn't do it in America. Maybe because America is still their highest selling market.
Yeah, they don't want to. They don't
Um,
want to. They don't want to piss us off either. Like we're their most important market,
yeah.
realistically.
Um, and I think also has to do something like with maybe the supply lines and the war and everything like that, and kind of like the secret trade war going on between the Western and Eastern world right now, and
Mm-hmm.
that's probably why because Europe gets affected by that shit like almost instantaneously, um, and Japan as well, unfortunately. So I think that's why it's going up in those markets. So yeah.
Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder. I'm curious how long this is going to last. Like, when will they reduce the price back down? Um, I don't know. I mean, I would imagine not soon. It's interesting though. Once you kind of do this, you know, you've done it already. So, what's the incentive of lowering the price again? And if sales don't totally taper off, after this, like if people continue to buy them in droves and the demand is still through the fucking roof, it kind of makes me think they'll just keep it like this for a while. So we shall see on that, but it's really unfortunate. Honestly, it sucks for folks in these regions that if you don't have one already, because this has got to be super frustrating for people who don't have one, who've been really trying hard to get one. Because it's like now you got to pay more money for it. So yeah. All right, Montreal. Let's move on to our next story. This one's a weird one. You have some things to say about it, so we'll get into it here. So Obsidian's director of Pentiment, Josh Sawyer, was talking to Tech Radar, and he told them about the kind of the origin of this game and how it came to be. And he said that quote, the first time we talked to Microsoft about it was after we had already made a full prototype. The way we presented it was to show the prototype and then explain it. I think if we explained it and then showed it, it would have been harder. So basically what he's referring to here is that they didn't show Microsoft this game. They didn't even tell them they were making this game for 9 months until they had a full prototype to show Microsoft what they wanted to do. Presumably because they did not believe the game would get greenlit. He literally says that here. If they just tried to explain it to Microsoft, they wouldn't have thought they thought they wouldn't have approved it and actually greenlit the game. So they decided to build something and show it to them first. So Montreal, what do you think of this?
All right. Well, I didn't know it was a prototype. I did read the article. I must have missed that part. But what I was gonna say is like this kind of confirmed what we were talking about with Microsoft as far as like, yeah. So they really don't have any kind of control over like. I don't think they have any control of what's going on over there in the studios, like at all. They don't know what's going on. And frankly, the studios are kind of taking advantage of that. Like we said that Microsoft is probably just greenlighting everything, and they are. Like this kind of proves it, but this also kind of proves too that maybe they have a certain box that they have developers in, and Obsidian's in a certain box, and they were so scared to show them that they weren't going to get it greenlit when they showed them that like this is outside of our box, or outside of our norm of what we normally do. And to be honest with you, if I was on the team Microsoft, I don't even know what they saw in this game. Like, oh, it's cool. I'm like, okay, guys, come on now. 9 months you wasted.
Yeah.
And you didn't tell me about it. Like
9 months, dude. Like they spent 9 months on this. I mean, maybe this is something that is common. I don't know enough about the inner workings of game studios to know, like for ones that are owned, right? Like that are owned by another entity. Like how common this would be. Well, even ones that have a publisher deal though, like well, you wouldn't have a publisher deal, I guess, unless they knew what the game was. So you can really only get away with this if you're fully owned by the company in question. But I would find it really hard to believe that most like companies like this, like a publisher like Microsoft, would not know what their studios are doing for 9 months, or know that they have a secret dev team working on some project you don't know. Like that seems kind of crazy. Like it really portrays Microsoft as like really out of touch with their teams, that's nuts, dude, to me. Like and I don't know, like if you like the concept of this, like I actually think this concept looks kind of cool. I just don't know if I like the fact that Obsidian's making it, but it's like you'd think they would be kind of pissed about that, like at Microsoft, and you kind of want control, but they're just, the outward perception of them right now is that they're just so like hands off. They just let their studios do whatever they want. And it's interesting though that his quote here kind of indicates that maybe that isn't the case, that maybe it's not so hands off, and there is some amount of control that Microsoft exerts. And we're just not outwardly seeing that. And these studios feel that pressure, I guess, but it's like, but when you look at the games they're outputting and that they're greenlighting, it's like, it doesn't really feel like that, right? Because some of these projects are highly questionable,
Yeah,
So
exactly. And that's my point. Like some of the some of the projects are just like super questionable. Like they don't make any sense at all.
Hmm.
Um, so why are we greenlighting like stuff like this or whatever?
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, well, maybe the studios are really scared. They don't know what Microsoft's going to say. Blase, and they really, or maybe it's like we really don't know how to explain this, so we're going to make it and then show you guys the finished
Yeah.
product.
Well, that's kind of
And
what he was talking about here. Um, he made it sound more benign. Like it was like literally like this concept is so hard to explain and to make it sound interesting enough to greenlight as a game idea that they felt like they needed to show it. But it's like the fact that they spent 9 months to get it to the point where they could show Microsoft the concept is a little weird, you know.
yeah, exactly.
It's almost like they were trying to make enough of the game to make it so that Microsoft couldn't say no, you know. That's kind of more how it feels to me, you know, because a prototype generally doesn't take that long to make, you know. So not for like a full dev team, because I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
yeah,
I mean, maybe a prototype does make it. Maybe they just felt like they had. It's one of those games you have to see the finished product. We can't explain it, even if we show you during the process. It doesn't make sense. And I get it, and I understand it because the game doesn't look like the standard Microsoft game. It doesn't even look like a standard PlayStation game. It looks like an indie game. It looks like an indie game, to
yeah,
be honest with you.
yeah,
Um, and maybe that's why they got away with it too. Maybe it wasn't that much resources put towards it, so they can get away with it. I
hmm,
mean, we just don't know. But I this kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I'm just like, yikes, that would not fly, you know,
yeah,
in
man,
like other
dude,
in other
imagine,
companies.
imagine like. I'm sure Naughty Dog could get away with this kind of thing too, but imagine if Naughty Dog did that to Sony, you know? Like they just like secretly made some weird fucking project like this, you know, for 9 months of their, you know, that like I just don't think that would happen in Sony's ecosystem, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
which is not to say that Sony's like a hyper control freak and they don't let their studios do what they want, but there is like I feel like there's a degree of structure with Sony that they this kind of thing wouldn't happen, you know.
Well, it's like children, right? It's like the parent. It's like the ones that are like really strict or whatever. So you got two types of parents or a couple of types of parents, but like usually the ones that are really strict or the ones that are so non-strict and don't enforce any kind of rules, their kids do stuff behind their back. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
how I feel like this was, right? But it turned out to be a good thing that they were doing behind their back, but it's still you're doing this behind my back. Whereas like Sony is like one where like your parents trust you and you trust them. They make good judgment calls on you. They don't really judge you. So you kind of tell them everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's the way I'm looking at it, at least. And
Yeah.
I just think it's really weird that they did this and everyone's like kind of okay with it.
Hmm.
Like the way the article was written is like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Like, I don't think that's cool at all. Like, if I was an executive reading this article, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Why do we not have control of our companies? And
Yeah.
I'm not even that type of person. Like, I'm not a control freak at all. It's
No,
just like,
I would do it too though, and I'm not a control freak either, dude. But yeah, I would have the same thought process. Like you didn't trust me enough to tell me this, you know. Like, and
yeah, it's a
also
big yikes.
you used our resources behind our back, you know. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's something to be said for autonomy, obviously for studio autonomy, but like I don't feel like you buy companies to let them do this kind of thing, you know? Like it's I don't know. It's weird. Obsidian's weird
Yeah,
right now. I don't feel they're kind of a weird studio right now to me because like they are historically a great company, but I don't see it right now with what they're putting out, you know? Um
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It's
So,
it's kind of weird. It's I don't know, man. It's just really weird how they're moving right now, like you said.
mhm.
Then on
Yeah.
top of that, they're like then this comes out and it's kind of like confirming our our suspicions about them and everything like that. Like they're just moving weird, and they know that they're moving weird. They move so weird that they move weird behind the company's back, and it was like, this is what we're doing. And you're like,
Yeah.
yikes. Okay, wow. Okay,
Yikes,
this is what you.
bro.
Yeah, like this is what you guys are doing for real. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Um. Okay, Macho. Let's move on. We got one more story to get through. So the next Assassin's Creed game leaked. What a surprise. It always happens. But then Ubisoft officially announced it today. Assassin's Creed Mirage is officially revealed. It is going to be showcased next week in an Ubisoft Forward on September 10th. And yeah, I mean, there's not much more than that. Montrell, you have any interest in Assassin's Creed, the next Assassin's Creed game?
Unfortunately, not really. Not really.
Yeah, I'm curious enough. I'm probably not gonna play it, but I'm curious enough to look at it though and see what they show, because this was the game that Jason Schreier was reporting on like a couple years ago, where it was like a huge change for Assassin's Creed. Like they were like redesigning the whole for fucking franchise. You
Oh,
know,
is this the game that they're doing that with?
I think so. That was that. I remember that report. Maybe things have changed since then. I don't know. I don't remember seeing anything about an update on that, but they were gonna like make it free to play and like put all these like different free to play mechanics in and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Right now, the way they're positioning it, it doesn't really look that way. So it kind of looks like just another regular old Assassin's Creed game. So
Yeah. I don't know. It's just really weird. Not weird. It's just I think I'm Assassin's Creed the fuck out right now. So I think I just want.
I could never beat Odyssey, dude, and I actually really like that game. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So I don't know. I think they just need either make a new game or go back to the drawing board and do something else. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Um. All right. Well, Moncho, that's all we got this week. I do have one thing I want to run by you real quick and kind of get your opinion on. So, did you see the Halo Infinite roadmap?
Uh, the new roadmap or the old one?
New one.
No, I didn't see the. I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
Okay.
I know they like kind of released Forge. I think I seen a couple people on YouTube doing Forge stuff. Maybe that's not Forge, like a community Forge. I don't know.
So, let's see. Forge beta is coming
Okay.
in the next. Well, so their fall winter roadmap. They said November 8th through March 7th there will be a Forge beta, campaign network co-op, and mission replay, detachment and Argyle new maps, free 30 tier battle pass, and then a bunch of other small items. And then they showed March 7th next year through June 27th new maps, a new weapon, new 100 tier battle pass, and then a new equipment called a shroud screen. And that's going to be season 3. So, dude, this game, and I saw some excerpts. Somebody pulled out of this too that they are canceling couch co-op with this game as well. It's not coming. They're not doing it. It's
What?
yeah, they took it. They took it off the roadmap. So I just wanted to talk about this because this game feels like it's in shambles. And like
It is actually. It is
this
the
roadmap,
community.
like if you look at it, dude, this is a fucking 6-month roadmap or like 5 months, and they're gonna make 2 new maps, fucking Forge beta. There isn't even gonna be a full battle pass. It's only gonna be 30 tiers, and then there's campaign network co-op and mission replay, which the game will have been out for over a year by this point. It's like their development pipeline feels like it is completely fucked. They cannot make content at any semblance of speed that a live service game needs. Like it's bonkers what they've come out with since this game came out, and this is all they can really muster. Like I don't know. It's like crazy that Microsoft has kind of let this go like this. This is Halo, bro. Like this, I can't believe this.
Yeah, you're right. Like, I don't know what else they can do. What Microsoft can do
Give it to
besides
another
cancel.
studio.
I was about to say that, like,
Yeah,
close the
dude.
studio down, like but this studio is specifically designed for Halo,
But they don't do
and
it well. Like I don't know. Like the proof's in the pudding, dude. They haven't done this well for years. Like Halo 5 was just as bad as this, you know?
yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah, no, bro, it's been bad. I've been seeing all the YouTube clips, or not YouTube, but YouTube videos pop up on my feed, and
Hmm.
how bad. Because I stopped playing it like 2 months in,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I didn't even finish the campaign or anything like that. Because I actually intended on playing with it with DJ and everybody, but like because we thought the co-op was coming, so I was like, oh, I just stop playing it for right now because it'll be more fun with co-op, but they can't get it right for some reason, and I don't know. I think they tried too much stuff. Like it's cool to have Master Chief in the open world, but I don't think anyone was asking for that.
Hmm.
Like I don't know. It's so many design decisions that they did that I don't think people were asking for.
Yeah.
Um, this actually was like one of the subjects of the game, or one of the subjects I want to talk about, or topics rather, was like, did games stop designing their games for fun?
Yeah.
Like I feel like they did.
Absolutely.
Um,
They're designed for money, dude.
Yeah, well, not necessarily money, but yeah, money too. But like I was just thinking of it as a pure game perspective. I think a lot of games now are designed to be competitive. Like
Yeah.
only like legit game that's fun is like that's like that was designed to be fun and then turn competitive was like I'm talking about newer age games rather. It's like in my opinion, Fortnite. Fortnite was one of those games. It's like, oh, it's fine. You can build shit.
Fall
Save the
Guys.
world mode. Fall Guys, but people try to make that competitive.
I know.
And I think it's
Yeah.
just like I think the nature of it is kind of bad right now, and I
Well, I
think
think it's
that's
our
what.
fault though. We were talking
No,
about
you're
this.
right.
We were talking about this with our Discord friends, and like, dude, I think this is our fault. Like, we are the reason Twitch is popular. We're the reason that streamers are popular. We fucking watch
Hmm.
them, dude. We take part in those communities. We take part in that sweaty culture. Like, in that, I think companies think that's what we want, and I think people do want it. You know, it's kind of unfortunate. This kind of a situation where I think we're like the old men, you know, in this situation where I don't think a lot of gamers care that much necessarily about the word fun. They don't think about games like I don't think they like actively think about games that way, dude. Like they're trying to be like competitive. They want to be sweaty, you know, like Apex is a fucking sweaty ass game, you know. And yes, we play it and we do play it sweaty. I mean, there's not really a choice if you want to actually win the game, but it's like it's kind of indicative of the whole where streamers I think exacerbate this. Like they encourage the sweatiness. They like kind of want people to buy into that because that's what they do, you know. And I think game companies are catering to that right now, and it's kind of frustrating. You're right. It's kind of really frustrating for me because, um, man, you have to go outside of AAA at this point really to get like pure fun, you know. I mean, we got game
Hmm.
companies like Naughty Dog saying that they don't design their games to be fun, you know. They literally said that, you know,
They
prior to
said
the
that.
yeah, dude, prior to The Last of Us Part 2, that was part of the news cycle with that game was like I remember Neil Druckmann was like, yeah, we didn't design The Last of Us Part 2 to be fun, you know. We don't want it to be fun. We're trying to have like a cinematic experience, you know. It's like okay. You know, it's like, all right, man. I mean, I appreciate the vision there, but it's like, don't lose sight of the medium you're in, you know,
Yeah,
at the same time, because fun is part of the medium. And I think if we lose sight of that, you know, as game developers lose sight, if game developers lose sight of that, I think the medium will suffer for it, you know. We've seen this with fucking movies, you know, is and television at this point. Like I feel like it's fucking infected everything where it's like it's just turned into like crossover porn, you know? And they're just trying to chase the fucking popular thing with like Marvel and all this, you know, fucking you got this you're building this fucking giant universe and then you cross over with another universe and it's like, oh shit, oh my god, Batman's in the Iron Man movie. What the fuck, bro? You know, it's like at a certain point, you've kind of lost the plot of why people even liked it in the first place. It's like, I don't know. And I think Marvel's long ago jumped that shark. Disney's pushed Star Wars into that realm now. We got this fucking Lord of the Rings show, this Game of Thrones show. I know you were like talking about that last week. You wanted me to watch this shit. And it's like, dude, I'm just like put off by this. Okay. I'm like, at this point, I'm like kind of getting tired of how much everything needs to be a universe. Everything needs to be a universe. Even like Breaking Bad's a fucking universe now. It's like we're probably gonna get another show after Better Call Saul's over, which it is over now. It's like, and while I'm okay with it in that world, that framework of that, like in that context, because Better Call Saul is an incredible show. I don't know if I want another thing though. If they decide to go that route, I'm like, man, I don't know if I really want another thing, dude. It's like, do something new. Come up with a new world. Do some like new ideas. I need new ideas. And this is true in games, now where shooters right now, the shooter genre is so stale that I was like watching some gameplay of fucking oh my god, why am I forgetting the platinum shooter? Oh, I can't remember.
Oh, you talking about fucking
Vanquish.
Vanquish? Yeah.
Yes, I was watching gameplay of that because Sunny Legend put a gameplay clip up of him playing that, and I'm like, bro, this game looks absolutely insane. Why has nobody done this? Nobody else done this kind of thing. Like, like this is fucking nuts, dude. Like the rocket boot sliding and shit. Like I need to play that game because it looks fucking awesome. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how did this game like pass us by and like no games have tried to emulate what this does. There's no spiritual successors. Platinum themselves haven't made a sequel to it. It's like,
It didn't sell well, like, unfortunately.
That's
it's
crazy, like, though. Like,
it came out during that weird time that everybody just wanted shooters and everybody wasn't experimenting and everything of that nature.
It looks so unique, though, like compared to shooters that we have today,
No, I remember my friend like killing us. Like, why haven't you guys played this game? I remember when it first came out. I didn't even play it when it first came out. I didn't play it till like 2 or 3 years later after it came out.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's not just with that game, but like all the platinum games are like really late hitters. Like everybody now is playing Metal Gear Rising. Like I see Metal Gear Rising memes everywhere now. Yeah. Everyone loves the soundtrack. And I was one of the few people who were like, everyone needs to play this fucking game. But people were mad because it wasn't the traditional Metal Gear at the time. Right. Like people were like, oh, it's not the traditional Metal Gear.
We were in a drought of Metal Gear Solid. Yeah.
Yeah. And people were really mad about it. And then this game came out and like, they weren't mad about it. They were just like, this is not what I wanted. And, but now everybody loves this game, but the game and the company and everything surrounding that game is like everyone went their separate ways. So we're never going to get a sequel to this game ever again. And it just lives on through the internet. And Vanquish is unfortunate like that as well. Boy, that was still owned by Platinum and Sega, so they can still do something with that. But it just doesn't have the meme culture that like Metal Gear Rising does. Mm-hmm. So Metal Gear is going to continue to be like, especially since in the game Metal Gear Rising, the senator literally says, we need to make America great again. And he was like this macho Chad type dude. So it was like very relevant to today, but it came out in 2012. Like, so
I just love that. I love that fact that was in that game before Trump made it his slogan. It's so fucking funny, dude. That is so funny.
So it just further like,
well, do you think somebody in his campaign was a fan of that game? And
100%. Trump has a lot of fucking anime fans in his campaign.
Yeah, dude, that would be truly legendary. Like if that is true,
Well, the senator was so quote unquote red pill. Yeah. Like if you play that game, I really want you to play that game. You don't have to play you can just play on easy mode or whatever. But the story is just so fucking nonsensical and funny. But the senator is just so like, yeah, we used to be patriots. We used to be this, I'm tired of pussyfooting around. And, we used to be men. And I want to make the country where, we got to fight and you got to be strong and only the strong will survive and blah, blah, blah. And it's like all this like Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit podcast type shit going on. And it's wow, the senator was this guy before these people came out. And it's like Kojima or whoever the writers were writing with Kojima saw where like culture was going, like this is gonna happen, bro. Like
Mhm.
he did it again. It's Metal Gear
He
2
did
all over
it
again.
again. He did it again. He did it again. Oh my god. Oh shit, dude. Oh, it's funny as hell, man. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like games used to be fun, even in like the 360 era, where it was getting really weird. The 360 PS3 era, like we saw the writing on the
There's
wall.
so many weird games in that fucking era, dude. So many weird games. Like unique shit that we've never seen since. Video games have become so fucking homogenized. Like it's depressing, you know? Like go look through the library of just JRPGs that came out during the PS3 era and dude, it's weird off the wall shit. Like Last Remnant, Resonance of Fate, you know, fucking those are weird ass games, dude.
Yeah,
Weird
a
ass
fucking
games.
Internal Sonata where your
Yeah,
whole
Eternal Sonata, like weird ass games, man. Like we don't get shit like that anymore. It's all derivative, you know. It's
yeah, it's odd,
it's
and
it's
it's like
become
we
a
sound like
formula.
old. It's we sound like old men, and I know we do to like the younger gamers. We're like, oh, back in my day, games used to be fun, and it's like, no, games still are fun, you know.
Yeah.
They but I didn't notice like the shift in the meta, rather,
Yeah.
right? Like I noticed like to me, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is fun. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is fun. But that's like when I was even saying it, it's a non-traditional JRPG. Like it's a hardcore,
Yeah.
like I like this game type of shit. Even like games like to me, the last of it was like Skyrim.
Yeah.
That shit is fun. Like you can do dumb shit in Skyrim, just fucking mod the game and just have dragons be fucking Thomas the tank or Thomas
Grand Theft
the
Auto,
train.
dude.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. Like
Which we're
and I
hearing
think
rumors they're gonna tone down that series, you know, with GTA 6. So yeah.
and it's kind of wild too, right? Because Saints Row just got released,
Hmm.
and people are like, "I like the nonsense of the game, but it's like repetitive nonsense."
Hmm.
But it's like I watched the game and I'm like, "That's just some fucking stupid shit." I'll play Saints Row for like 10 hours, put it up and put it down. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, it may not be. Saints Row to me was never a 10 out of 10 game. It was always a nonsense bullshit ass game. Like it was always a knockoff Grand Theft Auto that I loved. And even Grand Theft Auto itself, I never. I'll be honest with y'all. Grand Theft Auto 5 was the first Grand Theft Auto I played the story mode. Because every Grand Theft Auto, I put hundreds of hours into it, and I never played the story mode. Grand Theft Auto 3, I was just running around shooting people. Why? Because I could. I was just doing it. I would spawn a tank, I would blow up, get 5 stars, and just do random shit. Never played the story. 4, I didn't really like 4. And then 5, I did play the San Andreas, I did play the story in San Andreas because it was like an RPG almost. And then even in Vice City, I did the same thing. But like even then, I was just doing nonsense shit, and I'm like, I might as well do the story. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was doing that shit, but the games were like designed to be fun in the first place.
Yeah.
Uh, and I don't know. It's just one of those things where like I feel like games aren't too fun anymore. Like they kind of take themselves too
Well,
seriously. Even the
I've
fun.
noticed. I don't know if you noticed this with yourself at all, but I've noticed myself lately the last like 2 or 3 months. I'm just not. I don't really want to play anything new right now. Like,
Yeah, I don't either.
you know, it's
I
just I'm just finding it uninteresting. I don't know. Like all the games that came out earlier this year, you know, that we were like all excited about. I'm like, man,
Well, like even those games took themselves too serious. Like I'm looking forward to God of War, but it's like one of those serious ass games. You know what I'm saying? Like God of War used to be
yeah,
fucking
insane. Yeah, I know.
insane, like some crazy shit. And don't get me wrong, yo, I love the new God of War. By the way, I love it.
Yeah,
But
well,
it
I do
used to be
too. Yeah, yeah.
it just used to be fucking batshit insane. Like
No, but like it was total, dude. Okay. There's moments in God of War where you question what you're even doing. Like, bro, there's some moment in God of War 3, I think, where Kratos runs into a room, right? And there's like a woman, just like a random woman who's like got lost or whatever, just standing in one corner of the room. And there's a door where you need to turn like a gear in order to open the door. So, but the door doesn't open all the way. When Kratos lets go of the gear crank, it the door slams down and he can't get out of the room. So, what does Kratos do? He fucking grabs the woman, shoves her into the gear so it gets stuck, and then
oh
the
my
door
god.
stays open. insane, like completely fucking absurd, you know? But that dude, that was kind of like the tone of God of War. It's like total batshit insanity. There was nothing off limits, you know? Like that is crazy. Imagine a game doing that today, you know? Like video games would never get away with that now, you know? And it's like that's kind of the shit that's been lost though. And that's my point about it being homogenized, right? Like there's a line we can't go over now. And it's like even Grand Theft Auto is afraid to go over the line, you know? It's like Grand Theft Auto is afraid to go over the line. Like what happened, man? You know?
Well, the
Like
thing that kills me about gamers nowadays, I saw a tweet today or other day that said, "Oh, I'm tired of all these indies being roguelike games," and it's like, where's the same energy for AAA games? Like
yeah.
AAA games, if anyone follows a trend, it's definitely gonna be a fucking AAA game,
Yeah.
and no one gives AAA games slack. But y'all want to shit on indie games for giving slack, like you said earlier in the conversation, indie games are where you have to go now just for fucking mindless fun or even some like insightful fun or whatever the fuck. Like the
Or
game may be
interesting
really,
ideas, yeah.
yeah, or interesting ideas or whatever. And it's like now I'm constantly looking at indie games, like especially like the really really good developed indie games like that took like 5 years to make by one person or some shit like that
Yeah.
Thessia game. I'm looking forward to that game. But it's like I have to look for those type of games now because the triple A market in the double A market, which was like kind of like real world shit, like they just fucking neutered the middle class or the double A gamers. Double A games used to be really fun. Like
Mhm.
Kingdoms of Alamar was a double A game, and that was really fucking fun. I'll even consider like BioWare was a double A studio. Like Couture was like a double A game. That
Mhm.
wasn't a triple A game, y'all. Like that was a double A game at the time. Like because nobody really knew who BioWare was like that. At least I didn't know who BioWare was like that. And then
Yeah.
Couture came out. I know they released Jade Empire before Couture. And I did play Jade Empire. But like they were like double A studio. They were like a double A studio, and then they released that shit. Battlefront, that was made by a double A pandemic studios. Those were double A developers, and we just lost double A people. Like everyone's getting absorbed and everything like that. It's almost like the movie industry at this point too
Yeah.
with the gamings.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything's like on the fucking assembly line, and you gotta do this, and this, and this is like, what happened to just like throwing shit at the wall? Like Ratchet and Clank was like a throw some shit at the wall and hope it fucking it sticks. Jack and Daxter, like yeah, those were like mascot games or whatever, but like those had some very unique ideas and like the jokes and everything like that. That was like kind of unique at the time. Like I know a whole bunch of other games did it, but they all had their own stick and they all were trying something new because they had to try something new. Like
Mhm.
Banjo Kazooie is way different from like Diddy or Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
or fucking Mario 64 or some shit like that. That's why every Sonic game at the time was like super unique. That's why every Mario game. That's why, in my opinion, every time Mario drops, that's why it sells because it's just fun. Like
Yeah.
we don't fucking care. It's fun. The Mario Raving Rabbits game, you know how fun that shit looks? That shit looks fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just an interesting concept, right? And like they
Yeah.
executed it like it looks like a fun game, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of games right now, like I don't I'm looking at the release schedule and I'm just like it's like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, right? Like that was a game I was like I wanted to play it earlier in the year, and now I'm like I like look at it and I'm like,
Well, Borderlands 2
do
used to be
I?
Borderlands used to be fun. The idea of you not reloading your gun, you throw your gun and it explodes at somebody. That's how you reload your gun. That's fucking insane to
No,
me.
Borderlands
That's
2 is a fucking nuts, dude. Like the quotes from like the psychos in that game are some of the funniest shit I've fucking ever heard, bro. Like it's so insane. And it's like they're just throwaway lines when you're in the middle of combat. It's not anything anybody like most people even probably pay attention to. But if you stand there and you listen to what they're saying, it's fucking batshit insane, you know? And like, yeah, like even within their own franchise, like Borderlands 3 totally lost that like spirit, you know, with the third game. And I'm, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
it looks like it's trying to return to that.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
why I was interested in it, but I'm still just like I look at it though and I'm like, man, I've played so much Borderlands. friends, dude. Do I really want to do this? Like, it's just like I've been here, done that. It's like I don't. How many of these fucking games can I play?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm in a spot where I think I need to go play indies, dude. Like I might need to go play I need like that game Tunic's coming out soon on PlayStation, I think. Like Stray just came out like a month ago. I feel like I need to like go there and play shit cuz I don't know. But then again, Tactics Ogre comes out in 2 months and yeah, I can't fucking wait, dude.
Yeah, like I don't know, one of my friends, Aaron, he turned me on to like indie games and stuff like that. And now, bro, I just go into the market and I just look at random shit and I buy
Yeah.
it if it looks interesting. Like I bought it was the summer sale that happened last month. I bought like so much random indie $5 games that look really fucking fun. That used to be on the PSP and stuff like that. That was on
Yeah.
PlayStation. And I'm like, man, this looks kind of fun. Like
Well,
I'm
dude,
gonna
there's
play it.
this one, the one that's coming out soon, that ghost looking Paper Mario game.
Yeah, the one that DJ showed us.
Yeah. There's one that actually came out, I think, a year or two ago. That's a Paper Mario game, basically, and it's called Bug Fable, and it's literally a game about bugs, and your party is bugs. Like you have like a ladybug and like a couple other types of bugs in your party. So I have that one on my wish list on PlayStation, and my brother told me that it's like fucking really good. So I'm like, maybe I should just go play that, like play something like that. I just need to play some games that I think that's like where I'm at right now. I think I need to get out of this like AAA space because I'm like I think I'm just getting bored with AAA right now.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm really feeling that like I don't know, like I need something unique,
Yeah.
more things I can't get every day. I can play 18 different million different shooters, like at the drop of a fucking hat, and most of them are free to play, including Halo. So it's like I like I don't know. I think I need like palate cleanse kind of period of time with gaming right now. Because AAA is like leaving a little bit to be desired, and then all the shit that is interesting keeps getting delayed. Like fucking Hogwarts Legacy and stuff. So, I don't know.
Yeah, like my game, Cyberpunk, Bomber
Oh
Cyberpunk,
yeah, yeah,
that got delayed till next year of
mhm.
summer. So I've been looking forward to that game because it just looks like a fun, kooky, Jet Set spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio, and like that's another game. Like you just have a ton of games that were just so fucking random, like Jet Set Radio Future. Like you go around spraying graffiti and fighting against gangs competing over Tokyo while y'all dancing and spray painting and shit.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
stupid as fuck, but it's like, yeah, that works. Like it's just I don't know. It's just we don't get that. And Halo was one of those games where it's just like me and my dad and my mom and my brothers would just play. We would play GoldenEye, bro, for
yeah,
hours.
yeah.
And like GoldenEye that game was meant to be taken seriously, but for some reason everybody just clammed onto it, and we were just like, "Yo, this is it." I think that's why Nintendo 64, despite it not selling well, uh, like to us, the people who had it,
It's a great console,
it's a great console because it just had so many fun games on it.
dude.
Like
Smash Bros was like the shit,
the shit, bro.
dude. Like
Like, but everything's competitive now. Like Mario Kart's not even like that anymore, in my opinion. Like
fucking
Mario Kart,
Smash is competitive now. Yeah, dude. Like I don't. Yeah, you're right. Like that's kind of depressing when you think. No, that's why I like fell out of Smash because I feel like there's a certain moment. I think it was when the ones during the Wii U era came out where I think Smash just stopped being. I don't know.
fun.
It stopped being goofy. It started
Yeah,
being really serious, and it feels like a really serious game, and it's trying to be a serious fighting game, and it's like I know I've always advocated for it to be considered a fighting game, but from like a design standpoint, I don't want it to feel like a fighting game. I
yeah,
like the fun with Smash for me. I remember playing Smash when I was younger. I mean, I played like probably thousands of hours between the original Smash Brothers and Melee over the course of my youth. And dude, the moments I remember are when I was with my friends. There would be 4 to 8 of us just sitting around playing Smash. People are cycling out when they lose. And I remember, well, I specifically remember the fact that I would like win all the time. I was like unnaturally good at Smash Brothers when I was younger. Within my friend group at least, like people could not beat me. So I would never be the one cycling out, and people would just like literally try to gang up on me and shit. And I was still fucking. It was great fun. But the funny
Yeah.
part about it though is there were times where we got so goofy with the game where we would like pause the game and see what weird shit is like going on the screen at any given
Me and my
time.
brother used to do the same thing,
Dude,
bro.
like we would be playing, and I remember we would like be in the middle of an attack, right? And somebody would pause, and you'd like zoom in, and like Kirby's like inside Fox's torso, and fucking Captain Falcon's knee is like gone all the way through Link's fucking pelvis, and but it's like really funny looking because it's like it's like Falcon's got like the electric knee, where like electricity
Yeah.
comes out of his knee when he hits you with it, and so it'd be like going through Link's pelvis, and Link's like got hit, and he's like getting electrocuted, and his face is in this like extreme pain position. It's just really fucking funny, dude. And you're like on Kirby's Dreamland, and the trees like blowing fucking wind at you, and there's like these 2D apples dropping out of the fucking tree or whatever. Like they're not even like 3D objects. They're literally like 2D sprites. Like
And they turn with the screen.
yeah,
and
you turn the screen and they're 2D. It's like, oh my god, dude. I'm like, it was just so weird. Everything about it was so fucking goofy and weird. And then it just like it became like I don't know, it just lost that magic for me at some point, And
Yeah, the last time I remember playing Smash, like with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I played Smash with you at my house, like in my old apartment. We
Yeah.
played it for like a couple hours, or
Yeah.
like an hour or two. But before then, the last time I played Smash with like a big group of people, like the 8-player Smash was on Smash 4U, and that was on the Wii U. That was like 2014, 2015 when it came out. And that was the last time I remember doing that and having like some kind of fun, because it was 8 players on the screen. It was just total fucking mayhem. But then it just got really super competitive, especially we'll go to like cons and stuff like that and try to do the same thing and like have parties and stuff. And some of the people there would be like super competitive, and it just wasn't fun anymore because they're like win all the time and do like wave dashing across the screen. Like,
yeah,
bro,
they're sweaty. They're being sweaty. Yeah, they're sweaty. Smash Brothers. Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
It's not like fun. No, I remember there was this one dude we played with, and he was one of the kind of the main people. He would pretty much always be there for the most part. There was like 3 or 4 of us that would always play, and then like we'd have like 3 or 4 other people who kind of came in and out. But I remember there would be times we'd be playing so long. We'd played for like 5 hours in a row or whatever. And by the 5th hour, like, they'd gotten so tired of me winning that like one of the guys would literally just pick Captain Falcon, and he would just run around the map, run away from me, and like I would just be chasing him, and he'd be sitting there playing, he'd be going like running around the map just like an asshole, like throwing items at me and shit, trying to get all the Pokeballs. Like I like chasing him, like get back here, you motherfucker, like it's just funny shit, man. It was just goofy as hell, dude. Like
I remember one time we changed the item settings to just Pokemon balls, and it was it was just complete mayhem.
Chaos,
it was just crazy. So I don't know, man. Like, and then like with GoldenEye, we used to play. It was called DK mode, where it was Big Head mode. Like they look like they look like fucking apes with like big ass heads, and we put like rocket launchers only or some shit like that. It was just fucking mayhem. And we used to do that shit in fucking Halo too, rockets only or custom matches and everything like that. And I don't know, it just became really like, this is how you manufacture fun now. And it's like, bro, like it's fun when you just not manufacture it. Like every time, like I actually cringe sometimes when like game studios like recognize the fun. Like, hey guys, we recognize that you were doing this, and there goes the fun, guys. Like fun's over because they recognize it now, so they're gonna incorporate it in their games. And like people think it's cool, and it is cool, but it's like also like, it was a community thing. Now you just made it like a company thing. Like I don't know, like Dota was like that. I mean, not Dota. Yeah, Dota was like, it was a community game, and then like somebody made it actual.
Well, I think that's why I lost interest in it, man. When it was a Warcraft 3 mod, there was just something special about it. It was like you were part of like a club that no one knew about. Like
Yeah.
when Dota was on Warcraft 3, it was more popular than Warcraft 3 was, by the way. Like like Warcraft 3 would have like 100,000 people online and 95,000 of them are playing Dota, you know? Like that was it was so fucking silly. But the thing about it was it's like if you weren't in that community though, you didn't play Warcraft 3, you didn't even know what Dota was, you know? So it's like it was like a secret, you know? And it was like it was so cool to be a part of it and like you're like in it, you know? And when it became a game, when like League came out, it was really cool to like be like, oh fuck, this is like a real thing now, you know? Like this is going to be a genre, you know? And it's like 10 years, well, what, 13 years now on and it's like it just doesn't have that same magic anymore, you know?
I
It's
will
so
say this, man.
corporatized, you know? It's
I had the most fun with League in the past couple of months because I found a Discord. I was on Twitter. I had friends I played with on Twitter, and then they had invited me into a Discord, and there was like 20 people that played League in the
mhm,
Discord. So some nights, this actually happened to me like last month. Like it was 10 of us online. They were like, "Oh, you want to do customs?" And I'm like, okay, whatever." And I think we're gonna do like a custom Summers Rift game. We did like custom ARAM, bro. That shit was so fucking fun. Just trash talking every. We
yeah,
were having a time of our lives, bro. Like
yeah,
we were like drunk and everything. It was League was legitimately fun, and it
yeah,
was like that shit was fun. And you would not get that if you watched the sweaty. Like even I would admit I'm sweaty on League. And you wouldn't get that shit if you watch like the streamers all the time playing League because they don't play ARAM. Like nobody plays fucking ARAM, but like the custom matches and everything like that. If you can get like 10 people, even 5 people, and you just like do custom matches against bots and shit, that shit's fucking fun as fuck. Like
mhm,
I don't know, it's just like I kind of just missed that. Like that wasn't even couch co-op, but it felt like couch co-op. It felt
mhm,
like
yeah.
everybody was just there playing. And
Yeah,
I
no, that was something special about Warcraft and the StarCraft custom games. They did feel like couch co-op, even though they weren't, you know, you weren't talking to anybody, you were just talking to chat or whatever. But it was like it was so like unique, you know, it's such a unique thing that I think most games can't capture anymore. And I think that's my issue with Halo, what they're doing with Halo, right? Like
I just think they took
Forge
away the player agency from people.
they
Like
did.
they
Like
want,
Forge has no priority for them, you know, and it's
yeah,
like so important to Halo. It feels like, you know, like that was kind of what made Halo 3, right? Like,
yeah.
was all the custom game shit you could do on Forge. Crazy shit. I saw a video today of this insane mode that I don't even understand what was happening on screen. There were like 4 warthogs like racing on this like fucking rope thin like track basically, and they were trying to get to the end, and then they got teleported and they got a sniper rifle and they had to shoot this staff, you know, and whoever shot the staff first won. But it seemed like they were getting sniped at from players from some random part of the map because they were trying to knock people off, like knock the warthogs off the track or whatever. It was totally insane. But I'm like captivated by it because I'm like the level of like weird creativity here is like, dude, this is
Well,
like this is the shit. You know, this is where gaming was like really, really special, you know? And
what was funny was like
yeah.
on like the Halo 3, someone created a Forge map where it was like World War II. So
Mhm.
like the Ascension mod, they like it was a beachfront on there, and they like created it, and they got you had 16 players, and y'all playing World War II, like
Oh
they'll
my
be
god.
like shooting down like on the beachfront, like it's D
Yeah,
Day and stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like random grenades would be going off and
Oh
stuff.
my god.
And it was just stupid. And it was just so fucking fun.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. They just like that's and I know DJ. If you still listen, like that's the reason I don't want Overwatch to become competitive because Overwatch was genuinely fun before it became competitive. They released like a rank mode. Like I
Yeah.
used to just jump in Overwatch and just play it for fucking fun. I was like, this shit is fun as hell. I don't even
It
care what the fuck I'm
was
doing.
actually the first month of it, first month or two, I remember playing it. And
Yeah,
yeah, I would just jump in and just play, dude. And you know, it was a fucking weird game, but it was like it wasn't sweaty though, you know?
yeah, it wasn't
I
sweaty,
wasn't sitting there like, oh my god, I can't believe we're fucking losing right now. It's like, all right, let's just jump into the next
yeah,
match, you know? It's like
exactly. And like now I think they're trying to like alleviate that or make it more competitive. And I'm going back on my word because I know I said it needed a competitive edge, but like now I don't think it needs that. I think what they were trying to do was prevent it from becoming competitive because they know it's not going to be fun. Um or maybe they didn't know how to make them competitive. That's probably what it was. But like for me, I think what the beauty of Overwatch was like anybody can jump into it and play it, and it was just fun. It was just you had these kooky characters, you had these like Disney looking characters or Pixar looking characters doing crazy shit, and it
Well, there was a
gravitated
lot
towards
of
everybody.
characters too, so you had a lot of choice as a player what to like, what style to play. I think when
Yeah,
Overwatch lost me, it was the fact when I realized that to really like be good at the game, you couldn't just play one character every match. You had to like switch characters
yeah.
mid match, based on what your opponents were playing and shit. And that's where I was just like, this is too sweaty for me, dude. I'm out. I don't want to do this shit. I just want to play fucking Tracer the whole match, like that's all I wanted to do, but the game doesn't let you really do that, and it's like, and I feel like MOBAs turned into the same thing for me at a certain point, which is why I kind of stopped playing them. Is like you can't just like play the game. Like you got to do all this fucking shit, like Dota, you gotta pull creep camps every 30 seconds, and then you gotta go fucking kill 4 stacks of them after you've done that, and then you gotta go over here and deward and do this and that and
You gotta watch your gold efficiency, bro. Like,
gold
whoa.
efficiency, yeah, man. Like fucking income. Oh god, you can't die either. It's like, well, dude, when I played Dota back on Warcraft 3, right? The game was so like not the sweatiness was not anywhere near where it is today. Where it's like it was sweaty. It's always been sweaty. Like MOBAs have always been sweaty, but the thing was like Dota, you could just stay in your lane for like 15, 20 minutes, bro, and you're both like level like 10 or 11 and like fucking still fucking trying to do the lane equilibrium thing. That was kind of like the game was like really weird like that back then. And now it's just like, dude, it's just so sweaty. I feel like I can't even stay in lane for 3 minutes in Dota, if I want to be competitive. Like if I do that, I'm losing the game, because I'm already like inefficient, and it's like, fucking God, man. It's like, I don't like, it's too much. Like I don't want to run around the map and do all these specific timings and be this crazy psycho that knows that at like, oh, at 24 seconds, you need to pull the camp. It's like, all right, cool, bro. Like I kind of just want to kill some creeps in the lane, like that's kind of what I want to do, but the game doesn't really let you do that. So it's like, it's that's like where it I don't know. It's like where the games lose me. It's there is a degree like I like being competitive in games. Like obviously we play Apex and I'm like hyper fucking competitive in Apex, but I'm okay with it in that game because it's like the game is kind of designed around that, like to a degree. It was never anything else, It's like it's always kind of been that way, Um and even if you want to play it casually, you can. Like you don't need to be sweaty. You're not gonna win probably, but you can do goofy shit. You can be weird. You can fucking piss people off.
You
Like
can't though. That's the
I don't
problem,
know.
bro. Like as soon as you drop, even in like the sweaties have invaded every
That's
lobby,
true. You're right. If you run
and
into an
that's
octane, you're not getting away, dude. So you can't like do anything funny. Like you can't like hit and run or like do anything. Like yeah,
yeah,
you're
and it's
right.
like, and I think that's where the problem. That's where the community has a problem with, because people are like, "Yo, sometimes I just want to play pubs and like try out characters and not really sweat too hard. Like if I run into somebody, we do or whatever. But like now, it's like everybody's sweaty, even in the pubs lobbies. Like you have predators just jumping in pubs lobbies,
Especially
and
in
we
the
see
pubs lobbies. Dude, it feels sweatier in the pubs lobbies than it does in the fucking ranked
it
ones, dude.
does. It's
Fucking
people said that on
pathetic.
Reddit.
Like, oh
People
my
said that on
god.
Reddit. People are like, "Yo, why is the the pubs lobby so fucking sweaty?"
Yeah.
Like it's just I'm like, bro, I don't want to sweat right now. Like even when I'm playing with y'all and we go into the lobbies and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, let's do fucking pubs or whatever. And I'm thinking like pubs is gonna be non-sweaty, we're just gonna get a couple kills, maybe win a couple games or two, and then go about our business. Nope. Predator. As soon as you lock in, oh, here's a champion squad, predators. And it's like,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Predators.
So
50,000 kills on Pathfinder. 20,000 kills in season 11. Oh, like, okay, dude, get a life, dude. Holy shit. Like, I have 4,500 kills lifetime in 2.5 years. Like, holy shit, do something else. You know,
Yeah, but it's just I don't know. And like I said, maybe because I'm getting old, because I know when I was younger, when I was like 25, 26, I was definitely on the other side of the spectrum. The thing is, DJ was always consistent. He was like, "What about the fun though? What about the casuals?" And I was like, at the time, I still think my reason was justified at the time because at the time
yeah.
they were making shit casual to where it was like a baby can play your fucking games. Like they were like neutering games where it was just like not even fun
Taking out
anymore.
complexity,
Yeah, exactly.
homogenizing gameplay style, where like World of
Exactly.
Warcraft did that, right? Where like every class could do everything. Oh, all of a sudden there's 5 different tank classes and 7 different healer classes, and it's like all the DPS do the exact same amount of DPS, regardless of what utility they bring. So rogues suck now. See you later, buddy, because you don't do anything interesting other than do damage. You know, it's like, yeah.
Exactly, and they took a lot of that complexity out of the game in favor of casualizing it. And my thing is, you can do both. There are plenty of games that do both, where you can play Devil May Cry, like Devil May Cry 3 and 4 and stuff like that, was like really cool to me because you can play it to a level where casually you can like do some cool moves and stuff like that and like go about your business, or you can go on YouTube and watch the sweaties do some like anime looking shit and you're like, bro, I need to get on that fucking level, and that kind of like motivates you to do better, right? And
Mhm.
it's like, but like I thought I was good at Devil May Cry until I went on YouTube, but like Devil May Cry is a single player game, so it doesn't affect me at all. Like I can do that, I can be sweaty if I want to in Devil May Cry. It's not going to affect nobody.
Yeah.
But like I can't, if I be sweaty in Halo and then try to take my sweatness, because I actually did do that and I saw it happen in real time. We're like, my family didn't want to play Halo with me anymore. I played Halo 2 online, and then I went back and played with them co-op or 4v4 or 4 player split screen. Like people don't want to play with you. Like, bro, you two, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing the energy pistol slash BR combo, bro? Come on, why are you doing BXR? Like, this is playing with your family. You're not playing against
Mhm.
brigadiers. You know, you're not playing against rank 50 players.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. So
Dude, there was a so before Dota, I was, before Dota. Well, this wasn't before Dota. Before like League came out, when I was still playing Warcraft 3 Dota, right? There was actually a competitor to Dota in Warcraft 3 called Tides of Blood, and it was a MOBA, you know, same kind of map. The map was a little different, but the map was actually, it was weird. It was like Heroes of the Storms map, where um it wasn't diagonal, you know,
mhm.
it was horizontal, the whole map. So like the lanes, like the bases would be in the middle, on the left and the right side in the middle of the map rather than the corners. So I remember this game though, because I remember specifically that there was a period of time where I fucking hated Dota. It was called Dota All Stars in Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne, and I fucking hated Dota because I was like, the statistics in Dota were like weird. They went out of their way to make everything fucking obtuse for no fucking reason, you know? Like, because in Warcraft 3, like a point of strength would give your character 25 HP.
Yeah.
But in Dota, it gave your character 19 HP. And it was just like weird shit like that, right? Like all the numbers were off. Like mana, they would like intelligence would give you like 13 mana instead of 15. And it was like, why, bro? Like, why are you doing that? You know? Nobody else cared. I was like screaming at clouds basically. But I remember I played Tides of Blood and I was like, that was my fucking game. I fucking love that shit. I was like, dude, I kind of wish Tides of Blood had become the actual MOBA because I was like a fucking god at that game, bro. I was destroying people in that game in Warcraft 3. I would like dominate games, and people were just like, what the fuck even just happened, you know? But dude, it was sad though, because I remember like as time went on, there were less and less and less and less Tides of Blood games. And eventually it got to a point where nobody was playing it, and I would host it and nobody would join it. And then if people did join, they'd be like, what the fuck is this, you know, like that, like they had no idea what it was, you know. Dota had taken over so completely at that point that it was just like I'm like the old guy that like nobody even knows what I play anymore, you know. It's like so I don't know, man. I miss those times, you know. I kind of like, I miss that like there were different, there was so much creativity within those communities, and like it was just pure fun. Nobody was making anything for any other reason than just to do fun, dumb shit, you know? And it's like, I don't feel like there's the spirit of that is in indies, I think now, honestly, indie games at this point. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's just I think more games should just be like embrace like the custom matches. Like even the free to play games, I think
Yeah.
people should just embrace custom matches. Like we
Well,
should be able
that's,
to make custom lobbies and everything
yeah.
like that. And I think the reason companies won't do it is because they're so scared that another League of Legends or Dota 2 may pop up out of their games and they're not going to have any kind of creativity
Well,
over it.
not only that, I think they're afraid to let randos do whatever they want with their game too, where they do something racist or sexist or something like that, and then
But I mean,
obviously,
they barely did that even back in the day when we weren't even quote unquote woke. We weren't even like quote unquote woke back then.
yeah,
That barely happened. Like
yeah,
I don't remember going into the StarCraft lobbies and then saying like no N words join. I never seen that like a StarCraft
yeah,
lobby or anything like that. So I don't know.
yeah. No, agreed. But I think now we're in a period of time where people will do it just to be an antagonist.
Yeah.
They'll go out of their way just to be in the headline. They'll do shit like that. So I think that's another reason companies don't want to do it. But it's just like it makes me mad because Apex doesn't let us do customs. And I don't know why. It
Man,
would be
imagine
really
like a
fun.
streamer hosting a custom match, bro.
Yeah,
Like that
bro.
would,
And it's like snipers only.
yeah,
In Apex,
exactly.
snipers only, baby. It's fuck it, sentinels only. Fuck y'all, sentinels only. Who's gonna win? So yeah, I don't, dude. It's like that. I think is the kind of thing missing. I think that would benefit Apex a lot, actually, dude. If they let us do customs and we could do whatever we want, like you like unlock it all too. Like if you want to give everybody 1,000 fucking HP, then fucking do it, man. Like who fucking cares? Like why does it matter? There doesn't need to be balance within custom games. Like that's the point. That was where the dumb fun shit came from. That's where Dota came from. Dota was never balanced. Dota's never been balanced. It's never going to be balanced. Same with League. Like but they're fun. They're fun. Like that's why they're fun. It's like because you can do crazy shit and you could become a fucking god amongst your other people you're playing with.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's out there. You really got to search for it now. I think since we started doing this podcast, I've been so centered on the AAA stuff because that's kind of what we cover a lot. But I feel like I gotta like go out of my way to like get out of that.
Yeah,
Habit.
and I think I am. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go out my way to like look for AAA or look for indie games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And especially when I love when like everything's on sale as well because that gives me a chance to like just buy a
Oh
whole
yeah.
bunch of games and stack them up and then
For like
try them. If I
$20,
don't
you get
like
like
them,
5 games. Yeah.
exactly. So I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got though.
All right. Yeah, we went for like a fucking hour almost on that. All right, guys, that's all we got this week. So that's going to be the show. If you like this episode, please like the show, review the show, and subscribe to the show on whatever feed you're listening to it on. And please share it with your friends. If you'd like to interact with us on Twitter, you can do so at iTrap4the Hokage for Montrell. That is the number 4, not the word. I'm at ThunderNut01, and the show is at The Player's Take. If you'd like to send us a question, you can do so on Twitter, or you can send us an email to theplayerstake01@gmail.com. And that's it for this episode, guys. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next week. Bye.